Today at Audio City USA, we are bringing you the 7 best driving games from the early 2000s. We're going down memory lane, bringing back that nostalgia, and diving into these racing games. Let's go. So before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe to Audio City USA because we're bringing out videos like this every single week. Without further ado, let's jump in. What have we put at number 7, the worst game so far?
I think we can agree GTA 4, GTA San Andreas, kind of the series. Great games in general.
Oh yeah.
As far as driving games, they're really, really fun, but I'd put them kind of at like the worst compared to some of the other ones we have on the list.
Well, I will say at the time, it was one of those games where you could drive around and explore a world. So it was one of the first open world ones, especially like San Andreas. At the time, there weren't many games doing that like they were. And the fact that you could drive as well was also a big plus.
For sure. Getting out of cars, getting in cars.
Oh, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Police chases, I mean, kind of set the standard when it came to the chase, especially with the wanted stars and everything. So it's a good game, but it is number 7 on our list. Number 6 on our list might be one that you only remembered now that I mention it, but we have Midnight Club 3 and Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Now, this has to be one of the most stereotypical, culturally appropriated best games of your life. I absolutely love it, especially the cutscenes. Like, I'll play one for you now.
Hey, I just hooked up your ride, Issy. I worked the engine with a new air intake, turbo, headers, and exhaust system. Then I dropped her, tightened up the suspension, and added a sway bar for less body roll. Oh, and I upgraded the brakes. And now she's riding on a set of 20-inch shoes. What are you talking about the money for? Do you understand the work that goes into this? The love? You're lost, fool. Hey, I gotta go.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Wouldn't fly today.
That would not fly today. But I played this game on PlayStation Portable, PSP. I'm not sure if you guys remember that. And I'm sure there's some boomers in the comments like, I remember when we played Pong. Like, all right, chill out. Midnight Club 3 itself was one of those games that was very arcadey. Like, it kind of felt more like, you know, gamified, kind of like Rocket League. But it was one of the first games where you could customize cars. You could modify them. You could join car clubs. And that was really cool, especially back then with those blocky graphics. Like, we were amazed at what you could do at the time. So that goes on the list at number 6. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but as far as games go, there are certainly better ones.
Next, guys, this was one of the OG car games I ever played, Test Drive Unlimited. Now, this one brings me back to like the days when life was simple. Get home from school, 3 p.m., get some mac and cheese, chicken nuggets, hop on the Xbox 360. Test Drive Unlimited.
Oh, yeah.
Life was good. The graphics were good.
For the time. For the fucking time. I remember as well, if you didn't get the red ring of death, then it was a good day.
Right.
You were ready to rock. Like, you were like, yes, it's going to be a good day. I don't have to talk to Xbox again. But Test Drive Unlimited was one of those games that I truthfully forgot about until Gio mentioned it this morning. And the wave of nostalgia that hit me,
Seriously.
I was like, like you arrive in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Right.
Dude, and the ability to shop the cars and you drive around, and the landscape was so beautiful at the time. I was like, yo.
That's the thing. It was one of those open world games, and one of the first ones where you could just go around without having to do any missions, just like top out your car, crash into people, just like have a blast.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to go re-download that later and play it. Next up on our list, kind of in the opposite direction, we have Colin McRae's Dirt 2. Now, you were competing in rally events. You could drive Ken Block's car, Colin McRae's cars, and just send it on these off-road maps. Although it wasn't open world, you did have to follow the courses, but it was a lot of fun, and you could progress as the season progressed. And I just really liked this game. Colin McRae was one of those games where you just had to experience it. If you played it, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, then that's sad. But go and download Dirt 2, Dirt 3. Go experience the Ken Block magic, because sadly he's no longer with us.
Up next, we got the Gran Turismo series, specifically 3 and 4, kind of what we grew up playing.
This is controversial. We've put this at number 3. There's 2 better games. Now, why is it at number 3?
Okay, so Gran Turismo, you're limited to like track.
Yes.
Right? So it's all fun for however many hours you can say. I would say it is a great game. So many different cars to choose from. Lots of cool options, lots of cool tracks. But I wouldn't exactly say it was the best.
Well, you know what? It was very nostalgic. I'm sure you guys know that music that's in the menu.
Right.
When you click on things, that little boom, like chime. I'll put it in so you can hear it. that game was like the driving simulator, and people would always buy racing wheels. I remember if you had like
Definitely.
a PS2.
Yeah.
I had a PS2 Logitech racing wheel with the PS2 plug adapter and a USB, and you had to plug them both in at the same time, and then it wouldn't work. So you had to go plug that shit back in. And that was an awesome game for the simulation factor, but I think Gio is right. It wasn't very fun when it came to like exploring and customizing. Like, yes, you could modify it, make the performance better, but you were very limited to the classes.
Right. You want to make a car look better? Not the game for you.
Not the game for you. So, controversially too, while Gran Turismo is number 3 on our list, Forza Motorsport is number 2 on our list. Now, we know that Forza Horizon exists, but at the time it didn't. So everyone was trying to make a driving simulator, and if you were an Xbox kid like I think we were, you grew up on Forza Motorsport.
Definitely.
And
again, this is before the open world. This is also another track game.
Yeah. I just liked it more because the ability to make custom liveries. Like you could do... I remember there was a Jeremy Clarkson themed E46 rap you could do from the Top Gear episodes.
Top Gear.
There was so much to this game that I just really loved. And not to mention the nostalgia. And when you went home, you would play your friends when you got there.
Definitely. Yeah, multiplayer online.
Yeah.
That was a good one for sure.
So Forza Motorsport is number 2. I loved it. You could race at the Top Gear test track.
Oh.
There were so many factors that just made me love this. But number 1, arguably controversial, we have the Need for Speed series. This is the game that I think stuck with pop culture the most.
100%, guys. This was the Fast and Furious of the car games collection, guys. This started it off for so many car guys like us. Honestly, this is the top.
Which one of the Need for Speed games was your favorite?
I played Hot Pursuit.
I
like that one a lot.
The like 2010 version, like the later one?
Yeah, a little later. I'm a 2003 baby, so.
My favorite was probably Most Wanted.
Most Wanted.
Need for Speed Most Wanted. I still want that E46 M3.
Oh, yeah.
Not to mention, you had supercars that you could customize, and you had the whole Blacklist thing. And yeah, it was a bit of a grind at times, but that game was so much fun. And they had so many good versions of it. You had Need for Speed The Run, Need for Speed Undercover, Underground, Underground 2. Like, every version of Need for Speed hits differently for somebody. You know? People who customize their Civics with fart cans probably played way too much Underground 2, and they thought that like ricing out a Civic was the thing to do.
Yeah, that's the coolest.
Yes, him.
Yeah, what?
But what do you think of our list? I know we've left some of them out, but we're talking about our top games. What do you think of it? Let us know in the comments below. Going down this route means that I'm going to have to go play some of these games again.
I know. I'm going to take out my Xbox 360.
Bro.
Plug it back in.
You're going to, dust it off.
Right.
Plug it in. Then realize it's not working and go, fuck. Beep.
I'll see you on Forza tonight.
Let's do it, bro.
All right.
If you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to like and subscribe and to stay tuned. If you need wheels and tires, go to AudioCityUSA.com. We're the leaders in the industry when it comes to this stuff. So give us a call on this number or go to AudioCityUSA.com. I'm Andy.
I'm Gio.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.